Hey, we're going to do a quick guide on how to do lots of capture damage with TIE Defender. So, as you know, TIE Defender charges lasers, overcharge lasers really, really fast, and when you have power weapons and you're shooting, it drains energy very slowly. When you have power in only like half in lasers, though, it drains the laser energy much, much more quickly. The other thing you note is that it only takes a couple of seconds to charge full boost energy, and it actually decays fairly slowly. It takes looks about 6 or 7 seconds for it to fully kind of get out of there, and obviously it charges extremely quickly. Shields, of course, charge a little bit more slowly after the patch, but let's look at how you do efficient capture damage. So the way I kind of do this is I try to have power and weapons as long as possible while shooting this, and only put my power and engines like a moment before I'm going to do some boosting. And then they can do some nice boost skips with power in lasers, and then just power and engines for a second, and then power and lasers all the rest of the time. Just for a second to build up enough boost energy to start boost skipping and get as much power and lasers as I need, and then lots and lots and lots of shooting to cruising. Get power and engines again, and you can see I can do, whoops, that's a bit of a bump. You can see even the mighty defender can survive all unforeseen consequences, including sneaky X-Wings trying to ruin my guys. And you can just keep your power and lasers for a really long time with this. You see, I'm only putting power and engines for like a second, right? For just a second. And I'll just use some of the spare energy to boost skip, and have just really, really high time on target. And just, you know, you want to try not to get too far away like I just did there. So if you can stay within about 300, that's ideal. You just put power to engines here, and as long as I'm either charging or shooting with power and lasers, that's uptime. And you can do this with BPM, with basic power management. You can do this with APM. Using multi-drift actually does make this a little bit more efficient, just because you do get to orbit that much tighter without having to use drifts. But I can demonstrate here. It's perfectly doable to do these orbits without, you don't make a mistake like that. You can totally do this kind of orbit without multi-drifting at all, and it's totally reasonable. The other important thing is you just want to make sure that you're cycling enemy players. I can't cycle for players right now, but I can cycle for AI. You just want to cycle for AI while you do this, so that you don't get caught unawares if you're out of boost energy right when you're gonna get attacked. The other thing is, ooh, I forgot. Yes, of course. You want to make sure that you're orbiting the Nebulon lengthwise like this, so that you have the most leeway possible to get the maximum time on target. Because then as you boost past it, so if I boost past here, I can shoot the front, and then the back comes back out, and suddenly I'm shooting that instead of having like a lot of damage fall off. Again, just get a little bit of boost energy, boost skip, so boost skip, shoot a bunch, get a little bit of boost energy, boost skip, charge some, boost skip, get a good firing angle, and just shoot. And that's how we do defenders. Let's crash and do some bomber real quick. So bombers, not too much different. Bombers actually very, very similar to that for good Nebulon capture shooting. The main thing is that you want to make sure that you are doing a lot of shunt charging when you're in, but not too much. So I'll show you. We will show you. I'm boost gasping on the way in with jet engine to save me some energy. I'm still going very fast, and I'll shoot, and I'll shoot for 3 or 4 seconds, and I'll just boost and drift right past and do it again. I try not to go beyond about 400 or 500, so this looks like about a 3 or 4 second boost drift. And you can do this horizontally, you can do it vertically, doesn't really matter. You can do it horizontally this way, or you can go this way, you can do it. So if you're on a team, you can say have one person do it horizontally and vertically if you really want to. Super doesn't really matter. And so I think that I haven't actually seen how much damage a defender does. Tested it. I know the bomber does about between 7 and 900 DPS with this stuff, or with this technique. You can see the time on target is just extremely high, even more so than the defender, because you can essentially boost and drift when you want to, and you're never really running out of energy. So it's really, really fantastic. And you can see I'm not really. Every time I jump back to weapons, I'm at about 3/4 of full. Or a little bit more, and that's just because I'm regenerating a little bit of base engine energy each time. And, you know, you can see I'm still getting plenty of multi-logs. I'm a little lazy on firing this stuff since I'm talking, the Goliaths and so on. But really, it's very, very safe, I promise you. Just make sure if you get a little bit low that you boost, skip out. With or without multi-drift is okay, but make sure your support knows you're in trouble and they should be able to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the glitchy camera. Hope it's not too distracting, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.